Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to this week's only content in FFBE, which is the Great Phantom Bird, an equipment strengthening event where we're going to be working on getting the Gunner's Dress +2. There are 3 stages of difficulty for this one, and the first 2 difficulties are actually really easy, so we're going to go ahead and just do the 3rd difficulty here on the video. We're going to show you a team that's going to get you through all 4 turns of the rotation, and then kill on turn 5. It's a bird enemy, Pelagornis. It has no weaknesses or resistances. You can use all the breaks you want, and you can only bring FFBE Season 4 units if you want to do this last mission. It's only worth 300 Lapis, so if you don't have a lot of really good units for this, that's understandable, and you know, maybe you skip this one. But honestly, a really strong friend could carry you, and you know, hopefully you got some friends with some people set up. So I actually have already done the first 2 stages, and we're gonna go ahead and grab a friend, Sithlord, for the final stage. And here's the team. We already talked about the team on Tuesday, but we're gonna go ahead and go over basically what they're gonna be doing for us. The boss uses AoE physical attacks every turn, wind, fire, and non-elemental magic. He does not imperil you. Single target, blind, silence, and physical. And so to deal with that, we're bringing Party Mirage and a magic tank that resists wind and fire. We've got an evade provoker with immunity to blind and silence. That's Fina. And Fina is also providing us with our bird killer. So let's go ahead and dig into the fight, and we'll go over the gear again at the end of the video. I already did on Tuesday. The only difference is, so we got Sithlord here with us, who is, you know, geared pretty well. Once he's got the leader skill from Snovlinka, honestly has almost 15,000 attack, and looking pretty good. Yeah, definitely not bad at all. Does he have bird killer? Does not have the bird killer, but you know what? We're gonna go with it, and we'll see how we do. So, as we said before, my strategy revolves around using Mirage. Our source of Party Mirage is actually Have. So Have is going to use his LB, which is going to break the boss, as well as put up Mirage for the party. There you go. And next we got Ridar, who's going to be doing our tanking. So to provide us with tanking, we're going to do Cover, and we're going to go ahead and do Shelga for mitigation, and then Bar Eroja to fill Have's Limit Burst. Alrighty. Just to provide us with some stat buffs and things, Fina is going to go ahead and use her Arrow of Prayer. If you don't have Fina's Limit Burst available, it's not a huge deal. Ridar honestly buffed us as well, and we're good to go. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and just guard everybody else, just so we can see the full rotation of the boss. The first turn is going to be an AoE physical, and then I believe some fire magic. Or maybe this is Ruin. Yeah, Ruin. So non-elemental magic, fire magic, and yeah, nothing too serious, right? Ridar tanked it just fine. So next turn, this same second turn is going to be a lot more of the same. So for now, we're just going to guard Fina. Have is going to do like a moon burst, which is going to fill the LB gauge fill rate for everybody. Just cause. Ridar is just going to use Bar Eroja just to fill LB gauge for Have one more time. And we should be plenty full by next turn. And then Snovlinka, Tulian, and Sithlord all going to guard just to get us through the rotation. This should be, again, more the same, like some single target physical, some AoE physical, and maybe some magic. There you go, some single targets, AoEs, wind magic, blind. We don't really care. Okay. So now we've got SLBs starting to come online. We're gonna go ahead and use them. Fina's gonna use her SLB just to boost our stats and some LB damage and things like that, because we are gonna be bursting on turn 5. That'll be lasting long enough to do that. Since we're bursting on turn 5 and my Snovlinka does not have her own elemental amp, she's gonna go ahead and get amplified by Ridar. So Ridar on this turn is gonna re-up the cover, and then use elemental power earth on my Snovlinka. And then, you know, Bar Eroja. We're going to do this after Have gets his Limit Burst. Although Have's EX2, so he's going to get his Limit Burst again next turn. But we need the Limit Burst now because that's going to give us more Mirage stacks. Just refreshing the stacks for the party. So There you go. So now Snovlinka's we got cover, which she's amplified for turn 5, and LB fill for Have. There you go. On this turn, Tulian is going to go ahead and put up Yord kicks, Yord him, and then just full break down the boss. There we go. And then for Ridar, or what's his name? Van Harma doesn't really need to do anything. We're going to guard. And Snovlinka is just going to end Stonega. Why not? So turn 3 should be more of the same. You know, some AoE physical, a bite, wing dive, breath. That's the fixed damage. So the fixed damage does hurt a little bit. That's why we put up, like, you know, mitigations and stuff. But nothing too bad. We're getting ready to burst next turn. So this is going to be our setup turn. Javi is going to do the big Mirage and stuff. So we're all set up. Bina's going to go ahead and use Bird Killer. So Avian Slayer. Bird Killer for the party. If you had Elemental Burst on Snovlinka, you would use it here. Instead, she's just going to use some of her skills. So she'll go ahead and use Princess and a Mother, Our World Will Live on Ridar, and Inspiration of the Agent Oracle, which I believe is stat buffs. So yeah, we'll go ahead and use that on Sithlord. And then Ridar is going to use his stuff. So like his modifier buff is a solution where no one lives on. Right? LB damage and modifier buff. Or a solution where no one dies. Sorry. We're all going to live on. And then, other than that, give me an opening. That's going to put up the Imperil field. And what is Rousing Aura? Stat buff. We don't really need that. We'll just use cover. There we go. Tulian's going to use anything that he has left that he needs to use. So we're going to use, he's going to use Macht Building, I'm the One True Hero, and a Breakdown, why not? And Sithlord is going to just basically use Elemental Earth because we don't really have anything else. Van Harma's kit is really boring. Have you ever noticed that? Alright, so we're back on turn 4. There's some Silence, some Ruingas. Like, we don't really take any damage. So it's very minimal because of all the buffs and stuff we have on. But now we're ready to go. So Tulian's going to use SLB, Ridar is going to use SLB, Snovlinka is going to use SLB, and Van Harma is going to use SLB. And we're going to do Tulian, Ridar, Snovlinka, wait just a second, and then send Van Harma. And that should cap a nice chain and take this boss out. We've now gone through the boss's full rotation. Turn 5 is where the whole rotation starts over again. So we should be good to go. Let's do it. There you go. We'll take a look at our damage breakdown. 25 billion. Not bad. Who did the most damage, though? Do you think that's going to be Snovlinka, or do you think that's going to be Ridar? Remember, or Snovlinka or Van Harma? Remember, Van Harma had the 400% stat buff and the 150% amplify, but did not have any Bird Killer. So Snovlinka with the carry, even though she had a lower amplify and a lower bird, or a lower gear. She's definitely geared kind of on a budget, but we still took care of it. But still, you know, we brought a friend who was saying you didn't need to bring a friend, actually, and we brought him anyway. And there you go. Thanks so much, Sithlord, even though you didn't know you were doing it. Alrighty, and let's collect all of our rewards, and then we'll show you the gear. Alright. You can see I haven't done anything yet today. Okay, so here was our gear. We had Have just geared for LB fill, honestly, and LB fill and LB fill rate, and then that was just so that Have could spam LB every turn, since his LB does provide mirage stacks and things like that. So we've got LB fill, we've got decreased chance of being targeted. Have didn't want to take a hit, and then Vygar's approved. Isn't that fun? All right, Snovlinka, here was our main damage. So our main damage did not even have her own STMR and, you know, no Clash of Wills gear. Still did really well. Had the Bird Killer, had LB damage, had, you know, all the stuff that she needs to do damage. just not her own STMR. None of her own gear other than her TMR. You know, Tulian, you know, geared wearing a lot of his story gear. He's got his Vidar. He's got his abilities unlocked. He had some bird killers, some chain caps, some stuff, but otherwise not geared as well. And he definitely was not main damage. Fiend of the Return. A lot of SLB units actually in this party. That's kind of funny. The whole team actually. You know, she was our provoker, and she had immunity to the stuff she needed immunity to. She wasn't really casting any spells or attacking, so it didn't really matter that much, but she had it. And then there's Fina. So if yours is not EX3, do not worry. It does not have to be EX3. EX2, technically EX1 would be fine. She would at least have her SLB, but you know, definitely needed to have her her bird killer skill. Ridar was technically geared for damage. Has true double hand attack and spirit, and LB damage and bird killer, right? But definitely was not the main damage. And there you go. There you have it. And then that was it. So other than that, we just had our friend Van Harma. And there you go. So that is all the content for the week, unless you just feel like re-rolling variants for Dark Visions. But that's it for now. So we will see you on we'll see you tonight on Twitch. We'll probably do something. There's some content I haven't done that we could definitely get around to. And we'll see you on Monday, I guess. Monday for the live stream. So until then, be good to each other. Take care. Thanks so much again, Sithlord, for your Van Harma, and we will see you guys in the next one.